Welcome to HackZodiac. Lately, most people ran into an issue of burning out after trying and making lots of attempts at self-development. We're trying so hard to improve our lives, to do better, even though we don't quite know if we need this or not. Too often we got caught up in trends. Information keeps pouring on us from online. We get something from social media, but unfortunately, there's just one thing missing. It's you. You're missing in those trends. They don't value your personality. So people burn out easily when they're trying to achieve something they're not. If you want to compare it, there's a funny story that says that if you will try to evaluate a turtle based on its abilities to fly, it will never be satisfied. And unfortunately, that's exactly what's happening. Luckily, there are other ways. Well, first of all, you gotta listen to your own intuition. Usually, and most probably, it's gonna be right. That if you don't like something that everyone else is doing, don't do that. If you don't know that, and it happens quite often, because for most of us, we're being taught to suppress our intuition so that we should not listen to it to fit into society. And its voice pales with years, so we might not hear it clearly. Luckily, there are some other tools that could help us. For example, we're using astrology for it. It's not the perfect solution for everything, but hey, it was here for 5,000 years. Why not try? We can just simply analyze whether you're that type of person, this might be your interest, and when you hear it, your intuition might start talking to you and saying like, yes, that's me, or no, they're just saying something that is not relevant to me. Lots of people been trying to go through AI in this process, and there are some issues with this. First of all, it's just it's just a database, with all the information that's available, but available to AI, and we don't know what kind of database they have. So unfortunately, people often get a misleading information, and they're not quite sure if it's true or not. Everything depends on your goals, whether you're trying to really understand yourself or you're just having fun. So that's up to you. Too often you fall for some idea that's presented to people in the market or in a society, and you think like, yeah, everyone else is doing that. Why shouldn't I? Then you're trying, even though you may have disliked the idea in the first place, but you're still trying to do that, and you're wasting time. And while we're wasting time, we can't even be sure where we would end. So, astrology is a funny tool. It can simulate such a process simply by trying and discussing the opportunities that it represents. So you can practice this stuff without even trying. Just checking it with your own vibrations, whether you like those or not. Coming back to our topic of self-improvement and following your goals, the good thing about astrology is that it could pin out some of the exact details and desires that you might have. And comparing all of the data in a natal chart, astrologer could highlight some specific idea that might be interesting exactly to you. Not as a huge database of all the information that, okay, do whatever, because there is not much difference between reading an ancient book and going through a database on Google or through AI. It could be way harder to get into this information, especially when we're touching such a things as vibrations, emotions, personal feelings, those are not presented online. Those are part of your nature and our nature as humans. If you're interested in astrology or some other mystical sciences, subscribe to the channel, stay with us, we'll be posting some exciting information about that. And if you have a personal request, we got an email, send it to us and we'll look into it and we'll try to find this unique solution that you might be looking for.